So I think it was around 20th April, if I'm not mistaken, that we launched the online GMAT. And we told candidates, no worries, even if the test centers shut, if you still wish to go ahead with your study abroad plans or applying to ISB or the IIMs for the executive program, or for whatever purpose you want to use the GMAT, you can take the exam from home. And absolutely online proctored exam. We managed to put all the security features in place, which meant live proctoring. And combined with live proctoring, it also meant using some AI tools to ensure that it's a completely fair experience and there is no scope for anything going wrong. And candidates started lapping it up. So initially, of course, the acceptance was a bit low because A, I guess people were apprehensive about writing such an important exam from home. B, there was also the fact that a lot of people thought, by within a month or two, COVID would be gone. And then you'll go back and write the exam at the test center. But then I think by June, people started realizing the reality that COVID is here for a while. It's here to stay. So the online numbers started gaining acceptance. What we also did is that we tried to do make as many innovations to give the online experience and make it a friendly experience for the test taker. Now, initially, when we launched the exam, there were some differences between the online version and the test center version. Let's look at some of these. So first and foremost, and this turned out to be one of the most unpopular things, there was also some kind of a drive, those signature drives campaign to request GMAT to remove it. We launched something called an online whiteboard because our product team, our security team felt that a physical whiteboard, which is allowed in a test center, is not something that they wanted to offer to a candidate who would be writing the exam from home. But candidates came back heavily on this and they said that we want a physical whiteboard because the online whiteboard doesn't work for everybody. So that is the first change that we brought about in order to enhance the experience. And after that, people found the system to be much, much more friendlier. More importantly, there were some things like the AWA section that was missing. So we were unable to offer the AWA section in the beginning. We told candidates that you'd only have the quant, verbal, and IR. And of course, as you're aware, the 800 score is out of the quant and verbal. That doesn't get affected. A number of schools look at AWA, and that is not available online at the moment. The other things were, it was not possible to offer breaks in the online exam. So there was just one break that candidate was being offered in between the exam. But the number of extended additional breaks that you get in the test center, we could not offer in the online version. Then when you go to the test center, there's something called select section order. Depending on which section you wish to attempt first, you can choose that section. Again, online, that was a restriction initially. And then we weren't offering any retakes either. So it meant you write it once and then that's your score. If you want to take it again, you'll have to go back to a test center. And by July, test centers had started reopening. However, what we thought would be a temporary measure, we realized looking at the popularity, and by July, August, the online had become so popular amongst candidates and so many people were opting for it that we then felt that let's make this a more permanent solution. So instead of only extending deadlines month by month, that we'll offer it for another month and another month, we decided to make it permanent. And we said, okay, now you have a choice. There's the online, there is the test center. And in 2021, one of the first things we did is we launched what we call the Online 2.0. What the Online 2.0 means is all these things that were missing from the test center experience, we brought into the online. So now you could have retakes, you would have additional and extended breaks, you could select the section order, you could preview unofficial scores immediately, something you couldn't do earlier. And of course, there's unlimited score sending in the online version. One more significant breakthrough that we managed to make in mid of this year, it was earlier actually, I think it was around April of this year, was introduction of Aadhaar card. So till date, the only ID that we were using was the passport. But I really pushed back with the folks in the US saying that in such a scenario, somebody's passport is expired or someone doesn't have a passport, it's very difficult for them to go to a passport office, especially if you're sitting in a smaller town. You're sitting in a small town where there's no passport office. We offer you the online, but guess what? You can't take it because there's no ID. But Aadhaar, on the other hand, is something that most candidates do have. It's an ID which is very, very popular. So for the online version, we introduced the Aadhaar as well. And since then, there's been no looking back.